Welcome back.
Welcome back. We had a beautiful break, wonderful holiday season, and we're back raring to go.
Yes, can you tell we're rested?
Yeah, it's been a great break.
It has been.
But we're really excited to be back.
We hope that you all had great holiday season like we did. It's hard to imagine that it just flew right by. We say that every year, but it did.
It always flies by.
But really, really needed.
Yeah.
It was such a great rest.
It was.
Lots of gatherings and just presents.
Yeah.
And lots
Christmas
of relaxing.
magic.
Christmas magic. Yummy food, all kinds of wonderful things.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Yes.
And one of the things we're doing this year, we're back here doing the intro now, and we'll do it on occasion, but we probably won't be doing this as much in the future.
Right.
We have too many things to show you in so little time.
Yeah.
So, we don't have little time, but we just don't want to bombard you with conversation. We're just coming here today to kind of let you know of that change, but also because we just wanted to say hi. It's been a while. So we will on occasion do this. And because it's winter, you might see it a little bit throughout the winter because it's a nice thing to relax and chat with you. But this week coming back, we are basically, we're doing some decor. We're taking Christmas decor, we're kind of moving that out. And a little sad, this year I really loved our Christmas decor.
It was beautiful.
We change it up every year, but it was really lovely. What we're doing is moving that out and changing it to the winter.
Yeah.
And we're just going to show you how to transition from that, how we transition from the Christmas to the winter.
Yeah.
We still leave some elements out from Christmas time because we tend to do more of a natural, nature-inspired Christmas. We don't have a lot of gadgets and knickknacks and whatnot around. So we're going to show you that, how we just do that quick transition. We've added a couple of new elements this week, or we're about to add those elements.
Right.
We're going to show you how we're going to change up a little bit of our artwork, just a couple of them, so they go through not just the Christmas season, but the winter season. And we will still have our Christmas tree. We're going to give it one last week. Boy, this was a great year for our tree.
It's in fantastic shape. Hasn't lost a needle.
No.
And we put it up the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it's been going strong ever since.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
It's
just
so beautiful.
We really love it. So maybe in a few days.
Yes, depending on your style, I would highly recommend the Fraser fir. It really lasts.
Yeah.
But we do have we always get our Fraser fir. We always have that upstairs, and then in our finished basement we do an artificial one.
Right.
And that's lovely too, but we'll be tackling that later. But right now we just wanted to focus on the main living area of our cottage, not the finished basement. But we're doing that this week. Like I said, changing out some artwork. We're going to do a little project as well.
That's right. We got a project in mind that I've been itching to do, so looking
Yes.
forward to that. So
It's exciting.
it is.
So we're looking forward to that. So it's just a simple project, but something that I think if you have this type of thing like we do, you might actually enjoy. And it's just a way to refresh it. We're not reinventing anything. We're not rebuilding or restructuring anything. We're just basically cleaning it up and making it look new again. We're really excited about it.
Yeah.
Because we use these regularly. You'll see what they are. That's about it, folks. But we're so happy to be back. We hope that you had a wonderful holiday season.
Yes. So if you like our kind of content, please give us a thumbs up. And if you could, subscribe. It's free to do and it really supports our channel. We really appreciate it. And if you are subscribed already, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So let's get started, Paul.
Let's go. All right.
So we simplified the living room down to almost bare bones. We had kept some things still around because we have very neutral type of winter decor that could go for Christmas and winter. We do that on purpose as to be more affordable, and also because we like the look of it. We really like the look of nature and simplicity. So we just took away some Christmassy elements and maybe some bits of gold, as that for me personally symbolizes Christmas, and silver and whites and greens are more wintry along with Christmas, but for me that breaks it down into more of a winter aesthetic. So we've kept that going with the green, white, and silver, eliminated the gold for now, and then also the Christmassy elements. So the only thing Christmassy in this room now is the Christmas tree, which we are leaving up, as I said before, for almost another week. I'm filming this earlier, but days from now, when you see the video, this tree will come down. So by the next video, the tree will not be here, and I'll show you what I did. Basically, it's placing the chair back and maybe reconfiguring the room a little bit. So that's it for now, this little transition time for a week, and then we'll have our winter aesthetic. We had taken down the greenery that was here as a Valance swag situation. We really wanted to leave it, but it just symbolized Christmas to us, and it was a little too bulky. So we're going for more of a cleaner, wintry look. So all we did was the faux eucalyptus that I had received. I had said earlier in other videos that we had gotten it from Amazon, but because I buy so much from Amazon, I had forgotten. These were actually from a woman on Facebook Marketplace. She was selling them. I would imagine you can find these on Amazon, or she had gotten them from Amazon, because I've seen very similar, if not exactly the same thing on Amazon. But basically, we had gotten them for really inexpensive. But basically, we just wanted this simple faux eucalyptus swag on top. And I'm growing some mint here on the sill. We had gotten some from the grocery store. I'm not a big fan of buying herbs from the grocery store, but that's what's available to us right at this time of year. So I'm growing that and using that. I like to dry it and use it for tea. I put it in water and all kinds of things fresh. So that's growing on the sill. We have a little vignette area over here. I'm sorry, I got distracted because there is a squirrel eating, I don't know if you can see, out the window. He's hopping around. I'm not sure if you saw him. I hope I captured it on camera, but he was eating some berries off the tree. I love when we can provide food for the animals from nature. I love that. Anyway, sorry to get distracted, but we have some faux things going on here, real plants as well. The aloe we had picked up from a farmer's market that's year-round here in our area, and they sell a lot of gardening things. We had bought an air plant for our son for his room. We love to have things for good air quality. It's very good to have plants in your home, but I need specifically, although I know that good for your home, I really do not have a green thumb when it comes to indoor plants, so I really need things that are easy. So we're going to give these a shot because I've tried aloe before. I'm going to give it a shot again. And then also, this was passed down to us. I really love this Christmas cactus because it's special. It was my husband's grandmother, who's been long gone, but his aunt, his godmother, had given us this plant from a piece of her plant. She has the original plant, so she gives little saplings to all of whoever wants one. So she had given one to my husband, so it's very special. Please hope, fingers crossed, that I pray that I can keep this alive. So right now that's doing well. So we're trying to find the right window for it, and we only water it when it's super dry. So we had bought this. I really recommend this water meter. You can find this from Amazon. It's so inexpensive. I believe this was just a few dollars. We also received a second one from his aunt, which was very sweet. So we use them for plants indoors. I'm just holding it, but when you stick it in a plant and it's dry like that, completely dry, that's when you water the Christmas cactus. So, and I believe the aloe is the same way. So when it looks like this, we really want to water it. So that we just can't kind of keep track of our plants. Honestly, I wish I had known that earlier because I probably would have kept more plants alive, but we're going to give it a shot and hope that it's in the right window, that it gets watered properly, and that it's happy. I kept my set up for breakfast here. We're in the morning and we'll be having breakfast soon, so don't mind that on the table. But we are keeping these trees that I had made for the Christmas season. I think they're still wintry. I like the green contrast against the white snow in the background, and here are the elements in the house here. In the kitchen, I had changed the blanket here on the bench, and I had added the snowflake pillows and a pillow that I had made a while ago that's, don't look too closely, I'm not a sewer, but wanted a more neutral palette. So that's just for the kitchen here. This is our coffee bar area. I was trying to zoom in, but I don't think I can Can you see all of it? Yes. Okay, so we're this year really focused. Every year we try to focus on certain things. This year, it's been bugging me for many years. We're going to tackle the cord situation. We have cords hanging here. That drives me crazy because it ruins the aesthetic, I believe. So, and we are slightly cluttered here, but I like that for winter because we are in this season of warm beverages. We have tea all year round and coffee all year round, but I like adding cocoa elements to it and mugs that are wintry and some decor elements to make it very warm and cozy. So I try to be a little bit more maximalist here at this time of year because we really want to add those cozy warm elements and make it feel very homey. It's a little more light and airy and spacious, slightly less than it is now in the spring and summer. So fall and winter we tend to kind of pack it in with decorative elements, and we try to add more to it, just so, like with the cocoa element, whatnot, just so it has that more cozy feel. So that's what's going on here. So this we had changed up slightly for winter. I had kept the wreath right here the way it is with those elements, the sparkly elements, just to give it that wintry, snowed in feel. And then I had eliminated certain Christmassy things here and made it a little bit more wintry, a little vignette. This is our console table by the door, charging a battery over here, so pay no mind to that. We just wanted to keep it a little bit more simple. I do think in the year ahead here, we will be updating this console. As I've said before, with white paint, it's lovely, but it gets dingy very quickly. So we're going to be sanding that down, and either we're going to paint it white and do more of a wax finish over on top, a layer on top, or we're going to urethane it in some way to protect it, or we may possibly go more wood and more rustic. We don't want to sand it down where it has some elements of paint. I don't want a chippy paint type of situation. I'm just saying it might be rustic. It might be a little more beat up and more stained, but we might still go with the white because I like how light and airy it is, but it needs definitely a touch-up. That'll be soon as well. But for now, we just kept it the same and left these wintry elements. I just wanted to show you without that item plugged in. It was really bothering me. So here it is for winter. This was in our bedroom on our large white mirror over Christmas time, and it's wintry. It's not very Christmassy, so we left the bow on it and we moved it here to our door going to our downstairs finished basement. But when you walk in, you immediately get this from the door. There's really not much space, and it's always, you don't want to crowd the area. We really don't have a foyer or a welcoming open area hallway situation, none of that. So we really like it to be pretty and not as plain. However, we don't want something right in your face, and we don't want to bulk it up in this area. So this worked out very nicely. We usually put a wreath of some sort here or something to hang on the door depending on the season or the holiday. So this was simple enough for winter. Make sure even when you're doing little elements like a soap, make a pretty soap dispenser. When you're doing an area where you have your dish soap, your hand soap, lotion, whatever you want to do, I just keep a dish soap these days here. Make sure you make it really pretty. I choose a clear, and I do different colors of soaps inside it for our dish soap. I used to, and I may go back to it, also put a hand soap and a lotion just so when I'm at the sink. However, for now it's just this. But make sure when you do that you have a pretty dish, a riser, something where you can place it on top of, keep it off the counter to keep it really clean. And the great thing about this tray that I have, it was free from Grove when you order products. Not sponsored, I just say it's a great company. I really like it, and they throw in a free gift on occasion, especially if you're a new customer. So what I like about this is it collects all of the soap or yuckies inside that tray. So I keep that clean regularly, and it really collects everything, which is great. But I like to just dress it up for each season. So the great thing about that is you can add just a little bit of a touch for each season. And right now I just have some wintry trees. I cannot tell you how much I cannot wait to do over my counters. That will be coming this year, later in the year, but boy, I am so tired of this brown and this granite and these piece together counters. We had inherited this from my mom. It's great because we had a cheap linoleum before, so it was really, really nice to have granite, but it's not our colors anymore, not our style. And also it was kind of pieced together because her kitchen was shaped a certain way. Although that was fantastic. Thanks so much, Mom. But it really needs an update. So we will be doing that this year. And then I always display some sort of a cookbook. Again, not sponsored, just really like different cookbooks. And I like the look of this. It has the white background for that wintry look. And I have a white candle as well. We were debating what to do with this hallway. So we had a metal bucket with jute handles. And I had this tree that I inherited from my aunt when she was moving to the Carolinas. She was very New Englandy and moved to the Carolinas, so I appreciate that. Thanks, Auntie. But we had kept this tree in a different spot over Christmas time, but now I brought it up here for the winter along with this metal bucket and just a little element of winter in the corner. I'm noticing it might be slightly crooked in the bucket, so I'll be fixing that, but I really like that simplistic beauty for winter. And it's not too much in the way, as we have a very small home, a small hallway, so we didn't want anything too bulky in the way. In the bathroom here, we left in some wintry trees, a candle there, and we have a lamp that I really like having lamps in a bathroom or a kitchen. It just makes it so much more classy and homey, and it's not just these bright lights and fancy lights everywhere. So this is to keep us going for the winter, and again, this very annoying cord situation. We're going to figure this out soon, folks. Any ideas would be awesome. We're going to tackle this fireplace. I'm sad to say goodbye to all our decorations, but this one I've really enjoyed sitting across from on the sofa and looking with the crackling fire and these lovely holiday decorations. I love holiday greenery and bells and the bits of gold accents, but it is time. We are in the first week of January. We could technically leave it up for a bit, but I think it's time to go more wintry. So we are going to winterize this mantle and basically just get rid of more of the Christmassy elements, which not that gold or reindeer are particularly akin to Christmas, but I think it would be nice to change it up. Sometimes just because things become stagnant, you're just ready to change things. So we're going to start the decor for winter by taking some things down first and cleaning it first. So this mantle I have been layering. So we had put some loose green through that I picked up from Amazon. I love these. I didn't really show it on camera because we weren't doing the videos at that time, but I had ordered these for other things, like to decorate our chairs. I had hung it like this with some velvet taupe ribbon and another ribbon to go around the whole seat in our kitchen. And then I had some of these extras. So I tucked these in, which is great because it hid a lot of the wires and it hid some of the parts that just needed a little help hiding. So I'm going to remove these and I'm going to layer by layer remove the pieces of the mantle because I piece them in all together. I have for years. I may do it differently next year, but so far that's what I've been doing, and it's nice to see a mix of green. So we're going to keep tackling these layers. So this is the greenery without the Real Touch Norfolk Pine. I will show you that. I really love this. This is a new addition this year. I am going to use this again and again and again. I love it. It really feels real and looks real. This was from Amazon. It looks fantastic. The old garland was basically to give it bulk and to give it a little bit more depth, especially having a mixed greenery. However, I have a feeling this is going to not be used next year. It is making quite a mess all over the place, and every year I have to really do a good cleanup. So what I'm going to do is save it as a possibility for next year for maybe something else, maybe something outdoors, but I do not believe I will be doing this on the mantle next year. Look at that mess left behind. So we're going to need a big vacuum and polish. So now we're going to tackle the bottom half of the fireplace. I'm just going to remove these and clean it up, and then I'm going to add a lovely little flocked tree. So here is that tree, I should say flocked pine tree. I'm just re-scenting our warmer here, and I'm putting it on the top mantle here along with some greenery. So it'll give some light, but also I've been getting very nervous with it on the hearth because I fear that someone could knock it over, especially with the chairs. So here's our finished mantle for now. I always sit with things for a few days, so by the end of this video it may be slightly different. By the end of the video you may see something else appear on there. That's very possible, but I'm really liking the simplicity of this for winter. We have a cord issue on this side, so I'm going to deal with that. So before the end of the video, hopefully we'll have a solution. It's very possible it may not, but we'll see. And then of course, I had from this Norfolk pine, because I only have one, you can see at the end of it, you see this little loop and brown stem here. I tried to put, that's why I put this one spray here, this one pick that I had. I placed it going the other way. Also to give it slight variety like it would in nature, but also to kind of hide a little bit that end. And then I added some pine cones that I had for around Christmas time that are right from our woods in the backyard. I just wanted to show our tree from this angle. I haven't done that this year. We did a side angle right before the holidays, and I haven't had a chance to show you the other part. I really am in love with our tree this year. It has been so breathtakingly beautiful to look at. It's the perfect size for our room. We've had a habit in the past of getting ridiculously large trees for our room. So we really measured it out this year. So advice from a lesson learned from us, measure your space to know what size tree fits best in your room. This is a very small room. We have a very small cottage. You know, sometimes you look at a tree on the lot and it looks so small, but as soon as we measured it, it was perfect in every way, and it was the perfect size of exactly what we needed. So this year anyway, we really found the perfect tree. It's been so strong and holding on. The limbs are still really strong, and we haven't watered it since Christmas Eve because we wanted it to stay strong, yet we knew we'd be taking it down soon after. So here we are this week with this video, just days before this will be released, this video, and I just wanted to show you because by the time this is released, I probably will be ready to take it down coming up this weekend. So I just wanted to show you. I will be absolutely enjoying evenings just staring at this tree as long as I can before it's over. But we just wanted you to see how lovely it is and perfect for this, the size for this room. And from this angle, because I haven't showed you that yet. At this time this season, this is the best time when all the hubbub and the craziness is over. Although it's really fun and I love Christmas, this is such a peaceful, wonderful time. It's sad to go back to work and to go back to normal everyday living and you kind of leave the confines of your home and the beauty of Christmas, but it's just so nice to look back and see this beautiful tree for a little bit longer. Just enjoy those moments before you take your tree down if you haven't yet. It's just a wonderful time. I just felt like it needed a little bit more, so I'm going to add some more pine cones. The great thing about when you're adding natural wintry elements to things, use different textures. We have some yarn balls to make it look almost like a snowball, but it gives it that soft, fluffy, I guess somewhat of a snowball texture. And then we have the pine cones that are a little bit rougher, but they have that natural element. We have some silvery shiny twigs added with sequins, so it gives it that just snowed or icicle touch. And then we have our Christmas tree here that we've had for a while, and you want to add some green somewhere in here. And there you have a little vignette for your side table. Very simplistic and wintry. And this has always been my favorite touch. Just a really soft, fluffy blanket, especially a white blanket in the winter. on your sofa or a chair, favorite reading chair, whatever that may be. It gives it that very warm and cozy, hygge, wintry warmth feeling. If that's all you can do, adding some elements of nature with pine cones and also some blankets, maybe a little greenery thrown in here and there, it's the perfect winter decor, and it's very inexpensive. Maybe it's your favorite blanket you already have, or you purchase one. It doesn't have to be an expensive one, but something that gives you that very relaxed, comforting feel. Something that you want to snuggle up and read a favorite book. And I really wanted to add something else. The fireplace was looking a little empty to me. So on the hearth, I'm adding some candles just to give it a softer touch. And you can light those up on your hearth just to give it a little extra something. And it has a romantic feel, a very sweet, calming, comforting feel. Back to that hygge again, it really makes you feel comforted, like a big hug. Now for this little shelf, I have these little white village houses, and I love these, but it needs something. It's too plain. So we're going to just space these out slightly. I'm going to place a small pine cone, bring these a little closer, and balance it out with a tree on the end. Now we have a cute little wintry village, and it just adds that little bit of spark. I have not lit these in a while. It needs special batteries, but I'm thinking about putting some fairy lights in between. However, right now I'm going to keep it the way it is because I like that it's just simple and it's not really lighting up right now. But when we take our tree down, I may change my mind and want a little bit more light to go for the wintry season. So for now, we're going to leave it like this. So this is lovely on its own. Don't mind the train going by. You might hear some noise from the train. But what I love about this is it's very simple and very wintry. It's a basket that we had picked up from a tag sale, and I absolutely love it. And we have this white blanket we've always had on hand. We have this pine tree that just needed to come down. You can look back on older videos where we show how we cut this down and we clean it. We soak it for days in bleach and water to get anything that might be living inside it, some sort of insect, out of it. But also it cured it and also made it that whitish, that whitewashed look. And then I actually did whitewash it slightly, and then we let it dry out for days. And by doing that, we now have our own real logs, but they do sell faux logs, but I prefer the real. But this is a quick way to do that. And then we had, I just wanted to add some greenery. These were faux stems that I had gotten from Amazon, just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And I'm going to add some pine cones, and there you have it. Just a simple touch. It just makes it so much prettier. And honestly, you can just leave it with the blanket and the logs, but I love that it did a little homier touch there. And this was fine the way it was, but I wanted to add something else to it just to kind of warm it up a little bit. So I had this vase on hand for a long time, and I love the color of it. I had picked that up on Facebook Marketplace a long time ago. Someone was selling, maybe about a year or so. I shouldn't say that long ago, a little over a year ago. And then some greenery that I had on hand, but also that I had purchased from, whether it be Facebook Marketplace with a bag of wintry items. Sometimes people will sell in lots, different things, but also I had gotten some on Amazon. I had this wooden tray that I had gotten a long time ago, and I mean over 5 years ago, and it was from Home Goods. I love the natural feel of it, that it's misshapen and beautiful. It literally looks like someone had shaped it out of a tree. And I'm going to place that on top and add some natural elements like more pine cones, off center there, just a little bit extra. So if you remember, we go to CVS a lot. It's a great way to have very inexpensive artwork. and we look up free images. And this one unfortunately was AI generated, which I'm not a fan of, but it was so cute I had to print it up. So we have this taking the place of our Santa picture. So it'll last all winter long, and then we'll change it again in the spring. And actually around March I'll change it because of the St. Patrick's Day. I do a nice scene from Ireland, but this is for now a nice winter scene. I just thought it was so precious. So we have that one, and we have this one. This one, unfortunately, did give us a warning when we were ordering it that it would be low resolution, so it could end up being a little bit off. And it does seem slightly off with the color, even though it did have a blue tint to it, which I didn't mind. But also, it almost seemed pixelated when we got it. But once it was in the frame, it did okay. I'm going to try to go a little closer. But it was a pretty winter scene. It almost gives me the image of a painting because of that effect. So I'm okay with it. So that was, at the time, it was like a red ball ornament on a table, and it was so pretty for Christmas, but it just didn't apply for now. These other ones are still wintry, so I'm keeping these up. And then we had, under all the pictures, we had our lovely owl picture. I definitely love owls. So I place this here on the buffet. He's without a frame, and I kind of like that look. So he's just sitting there on our winter scene, on our vignette here on the buffet. Look how cute he is in that corner. And she seemed like that was a good spot for him. Okay, so everything else I had kept up because it's still somewhat wintry. And there you go. Those are our pictures. Great inexpensive way. We do ours at CVS, but I'm sure even Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever you have around you, any type of pharmacy / convenience store or something like that. Even Walmart, I think, does that. Target may do that. They're great to have pictures, and great thing with CVS is they have coupons a lot. So we always do it when there's a coupon. And, you know, for a couple bucks, really, when normally it would be much more expensive, we had gotten the deal. So we were able to do them inexpensively.
Okay, so we've got this set of TV trays that we picked up really cheap at a tag sale that are in desperate need of refinishing. So, it's winter right now, but we've got a little dry spot in the driveway. I'm going to bring these outside, sand them down, sand on the legs as well, and we're going to give them a refinish, and we're going to give them a complete update, and they're going to be fantastic. So I'm planning on staining the top, but first I'm going to prime and paint all the lower pieces. I'm going to prime it with a bonding primer and then paint it with some black paint. As you can see, I've given the lower portion a rough sanding, but I sanded the top really well. And the TV trays turned out great.